Necromancer, aka Evil Ash. The downside is lower health and easily feared and possessible. Yeah, you have to watch your fear, and if the demon can get like 2 or 3 heavies off on you, you're dead. So you got a lot of dodges, but if the demon touches your squishy ass or possesses you, you're gonna go down. So, Necromancer, Evil Ash. Absolutely one of the most fun demons in the game. I even got an Evil Ash emote here of the flute. Evil Ash has a couple of abilities. So everybody has like some sort of booster or something like that. Their boost is literally the flute playing skeleton. The flute playing skeleton can go for like 50 yards left to like 60 yards if you prestige, I think, or level it somehow. Either way, you can see the distance you are from an objective, and if the survivors are about to start an objective, like they're running up the pages and you're chopping up along the pages, you can physically see how far away you are from the point, and do you want to go like 50, 60 yards out, or meters or whatever it is. You want to go like 50 out and hide that shit like a good 50 feet away, because a lot of new Necromancer players don't know that you're dropping a skeleton in one place that has very little health and no defenses, and it gives a big fucking boost to all of your units. So you want to place the skeleton flute at least 50 feet away from the objective in a nice hidden place that's going to force the survivors to run away from the objective. And then you go right back to the point, you summon a whole bunch of shit that's now super buff, you summon your boss, and you just start ripping through motherfuckers. Evil Ash also has the ability, he has several abilities. Every single demon has a choke ability. So the demon able to grab you and choke you out, every single demon has a choke ability, or a grab, or whatever you want to call it. Evil Ash's restores his health. If he can grab you, he gives you the big suck, and just sucks the life out of you, and it heals him. He also has the ability to resurrect anything that's died around him in an aura. So if he has like fucking 30 skeletons all fighting around you and fucking you up, if Evil Ash is there and he pops his ability, every single one of the fucking demons you just laid waste to is a swirl of bones that just resurrects. He also has the ability to summon like 2 more extra guards with him, but they're negligible. So yeah, the main thing you want to know is Necromancer, as Evil Ash, place your flute a good fucking hidden distance away from the objective. Somewhere that it's gonna force the survivors to fucking go somewhere. Alright, we are on to Puppeteer, who is personally my favorite. It's gonna be really good for me today, especially when it plays Warrior Ash. You can also bait survivors with that flautist. Yeah, place the flute right on the book. Yeah, you can also bait them, because if they're a team is actively looking, they know you're Evil Ash and you're gonna be placing the flute down, you can definitely bait them away and then come back and just fucking shred. So Puppeteer, my favorite. Yet another demon that I actually have an emote for because of how much fun I have playing their happy ass. Malagos sounds like a total nerd, right? It's a lot different looking than in the book. So Puppeteer's main ability is something called Power Possession. Puppeteer is able to power possess a basic or an elite unit, it basically decreases the cooldown on all their abilities, increases their damage, increases their health, increases the time they can be possessed in the fucking body, decreases how much infernal energy it takes to be in the body. Basically, if they run at you with a power-possessed basic, they can and have shred entire teams before with it. Elagos has an ability, it's basically just a lightning burst that just stuns everything in a circle around him. It's okay. Can the demon hear you while possessing you? I mean, if you have enough fear, if your bar is red and flashing and your character starts screaming, you get a red aura around you that the demon can even see through walls. So is the second that you're able to be possessed and have your fear all the way up, the demon just knows where you are automatically. Even if you're all the way across the map, if your fear goes up, demon knows where you're at. Like, can you talk to... No. If you mean hear you talking, no. There is no proximity chat. That would be toxic as fuck. I can only imagine some of the awful shit some demons would say. No, there's no proximity chat between demons and survivors. So yeah, puppeteers can power possess their minions, makes them super duper strong. Elagos can do a burst of damage, lightning around him that stuns everybody around him. And he can throw rocks from a distance, which I've never found to be too super useful, but I tend to talk to myself, so I don't want to do a voice. Alright, moving on to Warlord. Warlord has an ability, what the fuck's it called? Bad Influence. Warlord Henrietta has the ability called Bad Influence. In a circle around you, it buffs all of your minions. So if you pop down 2 basic unit portals and you pop down 2 elite portals, and then you pop down your Bad Influence and then pop Henrietta and all your basic units around you are now like super aggressive, have more health, have more damage. So it's a big old fucking buff. I know my buddy Pumpkinhead over there is a Warlord main. A little bit about Splatter Royale. I want to say Splatter Royale is something you can just easily put to the back of your mind and never think about again. I don't want to say that about an entire game mode in this game, but don't you worry about Splatter Royale. Don't even give it a second thought. Is it that bad? It was unnecessary. Obviously it's a battle royale game type mode, but all of the elements obviously are already in the game for a battle royale. There's random chests with random loot spawning over a huge map. Dev, what does a game need? Publisher, a battle royale. Duh. That's what World of Warcraft just did. Unless you get a team together, queue times could take like half an hour. No one plays it. I call this one the Ask Yat. Yeah, Splatter Royale was... When Splatter Royale came out, it came out with a resounding why from the community. Because it's a game mode nobody asked for and it quickly died off. And just like Coffee Black said, unless you actually got like a squad together of people queuing up for it, you're going to be waiting like half an hour, probably even like 45 minutes, maybe, to get a match of 10 people in a fucking game. When the game launched, it required a minimum of 40. Then I believe they dropped it to 30. Then I believe they dropped it to 20. And now I believe they dropped it to 10. But not worth the time. No, unless... Like, if you go to the subreddit and you see people are going, oh, there's gonna be a fucking Splatter Royale weekend, more people might play that weekend. But overall, it's not worth it to just sit there and queue and play one match of a Battle Royale with 10 people. Alright, so Warlord has that bad influence ability. Henrietta, I said it while we were in that Henrietta game. Henrietta is the queen of the book phase. Because Henrietta has an ability called, like, fart. She's able to literally just do a fart cloud. And it interrupts everything around her. If you come at her with, like, a heavy attack from the Scotty, suddenly your heavy attack is interrupted and you're sitting there going, and then you heavy attack her and then, and you're getting damaged that whole fucking time. So if she could pop that fart cloud on top of the book, suddenly everybody that's coming at her with melee is getting interrupted while she's going around in a circle fucking heavy slamming the book. And every other attack you're doing is fucking getting interrupted. So Henrietta is queen of the book phase. Absolutely. If you can get to book phase with Henrietta and you're at least level 20 on the demon, it should be a pretty easy cleanup on the book phase. Alright, Witch was the first demon DLC we got, and they were free, I believe. Damn, these blunts do not want to stay lit today. Fuck me. So... Alright, so Plaguebringer has something called Blight. Blight is a poison that goes on when their minions do attacks. Like if they're let's see. I love fighting Warlord with Leader Ash and Annie. Can still squeeze out 100k damage like a hunter. Just me and my revolver. Yeah. Bam is one of the absolute legends of the headshot. Our buddy Bam there has just bullets that auto-aim to head amount of skill. So Plaguebringer has something called Blight. Blight can stack, so if you can get like an ability off from any of the minions or the witch, you can stack Blight, a poison on them that just slowly whittles down their health. It's not bad. They're also able to drop a fucking cauldron that has a good chunk of health, and it can block places. So if the survivors go into a building or up some stairs and there's only one exit, guess where you're dropping that fucking cauldron? And guess what the survivor can't do anymore? Escape. So, you see a survivor go up some stairs? Boom! Cauldron. What are you gonna do now, bitch? And if the rest of the team isn't there to immediately start beating on the cauldron, and you spawn a minion on the same side the survivor's trapped on, guess who's more than likely is dead now? Because inside the cauldron's radius, all of your shit, all of your abilities costs almost nothing. So you're just fucking sitting there wailing on a survivor who can't fucking escape. And that whole time, you're stacking poison on them. You're hitting them with abilities that barely cost any damage to use. That barely costs any infernal energy to use. So, there's a reason Plaguebringer is, like, on a lot of people's S tier. That stacking poison, the minions are pretty good, and fucking That cauldron can just absolutely lock down a motherfucker inside a building. Low ability cost, much tougher balance bar, all healings reduced. It's almost a free down. Yeah, that's another thing. Thank you, Coffee. When you're inside the radius of that fucking cauldron, all your healing is reduced. So if you're blocked in and the demon is just fucking wailing on you and you can't break the cauldron, every time you heal yourself, instead of you seeing your health go whoop, you only see your health go whoop. And fucking, how do you think that is? Getting a heal off while you're trapped like that. If you're lucky enough to get a heal off, guess what? It's doing about half efficiency. It's almost a guaranteed free down. If you're a survivor against witch, don't go into a house or a room by yourself. Yeah. Oh, let me see. You know what? I have a perfect example of that. Let me go to the VOD for fucking... There was a fucking Ghost Beater weekend. That wasn't the game. That wasn't it.
Bruce Campbell is the finest man to grace a silver screen.
Oh, I think this is it. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's it. Let me get to where my friends are dead here. Is this it? I think this is it. No, is it the next game? I think it was the next game. Searching for that game, yeah. I'm pretty sure I found it. There were a couple of games with some questionable plays against the witch. Solo and no, it was when my two friends got caught in the house, I believe. Is this it? I'm just going through. So one of our friends is bleeding out there. I think this is the game. Do I go back for their bodies? Yeah. I know here, I can't go into that building because I know that there's a witch here. So this building that my friends are in right here, you do not go into this building against the witch. because they can place a cauldron right in this fucking doorway, and suddenly you're locked in there with them. So I didn't go in there, and they went, okay, and possessed a minion. They were waiting for me to go in and place a cauldron right on the doorway. I thought I had a better example. I thought I like physically saw it happen in front of me. But yeah, which is absolutely nutty. And now we go on to the last demon, Bill. Bill. Bale is a real fucking asshole. If you see a Prestige 5'd Bill and you don't have a full squad, not only is the game going to be uncomfortable, most of it is going to be done without consent. A lot of people are dodging when they see Prestige 5 Bills, and I can understand why, because so Bill hit one of his abilities, he can reactivate traps. So demons can go around and place traps down, and then a survivor walks into it and the trap is done. You gotta wait a little bit for it to come back online before you can put another trap down. No demon besides Bill, if you walk into a trap, the demon can't re-trap that immediately. They gotta wait a cooldown like a minute or something. Not Bill. If Bill pops that ability, you can run into a portal and go, get hit with the portal and attack the minion, and that portal's already relit, baby. That portal's already good to go again. So you go, you get hit with the portal, you attack the thing that came out of it, you're getting hit again because that portal's already reactivated. And guess what? If you do it again, suddenly there's 3 fucking minions there and you're locked into wherever you're at. Not only that, but he can also pretty much reduce how much fear it takes to possess survivors. I'm not going to go into how it's possible to fear loop somebody because I think it's ridiculous and I don't do it. He was just left me in the middle of nowhere. Damn.